those gummies you've got stashed in your sock drawer could land you in prison for years in Texas. On Friday, new bans on THC products went into effect, and you've probably seen this graphic around, lining out how bad you could be busted for having products that were legal in Texas just this last Thursday night. But let's spell it out. Possession of under 1 gram of THC edibles, that's a tiny bite of maybe a cookie or a quarter of a standard single 1-inch square gummy, regardless of its THC content density, is now a state jail felony. That's up to 2 years in prison. 1 to 4 grams, that's maybe 1 full gummy. Third-degree felony, up to 10 years behind bars. Up to 400 grams, that's a single standard chocolate bar, a small jar of THC honey, maybe a single average-sized homemade brownie, or a pack of 10 of those gummies. Second-degree felony, up to 20 years in prison. Or let's say you stocked up on your last trip to California or Colorado, a couple of chocolate bars, a few small bags of gummies, or if you do it yourself, a single pan of pot brownies. Over 400 grams of edibles, again, regardless of their potency, is now a first-degree felony that could put you in jail for life in Texas. Over half of Americans now live in states where recreational THC is legal, while Texans face prison for the same stuff. This all sounds crazy, but this is Texas under Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. Democrat Vicki Goodwin wants to regulate THC just like we do beer and wine, and she's on the ballot this November. Be careful, y'all. I'm Chris Mosier in Austin. Learn more everywhere you stream Progress Texas podcasts.
And no, you didn't mishear that. And no, he wasn't exaggerating or joking. A single pan of pot brownies in the state of Texas could land you in prison for life. Life. For fucking pot brownies. Here in the state of Illinois, we can legally possess, if you do not have a medical marijuana card, you can legally buy and possess at any given point in time an ounce of weed. In Texas, that would land me in prison for a decade. That's insane. That is batshit crazy insane. And the people of Texas just recently said they didn't want this type of legislation. They didn't want these types of penalties for cannabis. And yet, here are the Texas Republicans pulling the same kind of shit that you saw out of the Missouri Republicans by overruling the will of the people. The insanity of what I have in this bag right here, getting me a decade in prison. You want to know what the Republicans in Texas need? They need to take a hit off of that fine herb. This is insane. Get the fuck out of Texas while you can.